And as part of the warm-up, go ahead and multiply those 3 parts together. So just take a minute. Remember, a variable times a variable means you add the exponents. So an x times an x becomes x squared. All right, so for number 1, 3x times 2x is the same as 6x. Four gets distributed into both parts of that problem. So you get 4 times 2, which is, 6x squared. I said it, but didn't write it. Sorry. All right, so the 4 gets multiplied in. 4 times 2 is 8x. 4 times negative 9 is negative 36. No like terms, nothing to combine. We are done. In number 3, the x distributes to both parts. X times x is x squared, and x times 6 is 6x. In example 4, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to distribute the y. So you get 2y squared minus 6y. And then in number 5, multiplication is commutative. So we have the quantity x minus 1 times x. Well, that's the same thing as x times x minus 1. We can change the order of multiplication. That's called the commutative property of multiplication. So now you distribute that x, or here we could have distributed it this way. Either way, we get x squared minus x for a final answer. Is everybody okay with that warm-up? That should be a pretty basic review. You did a lot of that in geometry, right? A lot of distributing a variable to parts. So today's lesson is going to be using the FOIL method. Does anybody remember what FOIL stands for? Anybody remember what FOIL stands for? Nick, what do you think? Perfect. So it's first, outer, inner, and last. So you're going to FOIL the plan. So it's first, outer, inner, last. So when we look at an example like letter A, the first thing we're going to do is multiply x times x. So x by x is x squared. So that's the first. The outer is x times negative 6, so you get minus 6x. inner positive 2x, and last negative 12. Before we're done, we have to combine like terms. So you're going to group those two terms in the middle together because they both have a variable x. So you get x squared minus 4x minus 12. Okay, example B, now we have values on the front two terms. So you have to be a little bit more careful. 2 times 3 is 6. Y times y is y squared. Outer, 2 times 2 is 4y. Inner, 5 times 3 is 15y. Last, 5 times 2 is 10. Combine like terms in the middle. So you get 6y squared plus 19y plus 10. Okay. For the next problem, I want you to take a minute. I want you to put your pencil down, and I want you to read the problem in your head. So before you even try to start, it's a very wordy, lengthy problem. This is a lot of what's on the SATs. So if you're planning on taking those, these are what their problems look like. They're actually not that challenging. They're just really wordy. So my suggestion is to read it and then underline and then try to solve. So read the problem. And I give you about 30 seconds maybe to read it. Okay, so everybody done? The first thing you want to think about is, what is it asking me to do? It's asking me to write an expression that represents area. So in order to be able to do that, I need to know, what is area? So what's the formula or the equation for area? Area is what? Come on, y'all, take from geometry. Perfect. It's length times width. Now in this case, instead of using length, when we talk about the window, we talk about its height. So let's change that L to an H, and we'll make it height times width. And then what's the area of the glass and the wood? So now we got to figure out, okay, what's the height of that window? Well, 3x represents the height of the glass. So that inside right here is 3x. And then it tells me the wood trim adds 7 inches to the width and 8 inches to the height. So if the glass is 3x, the glass and the trim becomes 3x plus 8. The width of the window glass only is 2x. And then it says that it adds 7 inches with the trim. So the width is 2x plus 7. So this is kind of like my W, and this is like my H. So we're going to plug those in so that area is equal to the height times the width. Now, what does this part of the problem look like? What are the problems? What do we have to do to finish the problem? The name of the lesson. We have to FOIL. Okay, go back a slide. There we go. So we're going to do first, outer, inner, class. Thank you. Making sure you're paying attention. So you get 6x squared plus 37x plus 56. Area is always in square inches. So in this case, the window frames were inches squared. Area squarea, as Mrs. Key likes to tell you. Awesome. So that's it. You have the next 15 minutes to actually start on your homework. So your homework is on page P6. And I believe it is 1 to 12. Or not 1 to 12, 1 to 18. Sorry, P6, I believe it's 1 to 18. We can confirm that in Moodle. Yep, P6, 1 to 18. Actually, that's your assignment, but yes. Since I don't want you guys to have to kill your phone battery, I will, up on that screen, put the problem set for you. You guys see that okay? $18, honey. Yes, you have to do the word problems.